Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Board Game Smorgasbord on a Dice Tower. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla.
Hey! Dice Tower East is over, and there are many things coming up. We got Gen Con in a few weeks, where we'll be at booth 331, or 333 if you so desire.
Wait, what?
Well, we have technically booths 331, 332, 333. They're all connected.
Oh my gosh, we should definitely say 333 then.
Right.
On the map, it's 331, because they only give you your lowest number. But in my heart,
That's easy. I agree. We go 333.
333
because
for the
you're gonna
win,
remember
okay?
that.
3.
Check us out at
the
3 threes.
Here's number in the number 3.
Now you got a song to go with it. Can't miss us.
but also coming up soon, in like 10 weeks or so, with the World Series of Board Gaming. We're going to be there. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to be playing in the Open Gaming.
Number 3 for them.
I'm number 3 in the World Series of Board Gaming.
No, it's year 3. Right?
Oh, it is year 3. It is year 3.
I got it.
I was joking. You thought I was being a fool, an idiot, perhaps, not ignoramus.
Still do.
Okay, well, I said ignoramus. That's pretty good.
When you come, hey, you can enter the Heat thing, and there's going to be a fan track there where you get a new track if you go. So it's going to be the Las Vegas track.
What?
Designed by some fans there. It's endorsed by the designers who will actually be there to sign the copy of it. And it's only going to be available there.
Is it like a mounted board?
I don't know.
Wait, like, if you attend, can you get it, or is it just the winner gets that one
It's
board?
exclusive to the Heat Ring Game Tournament players. And it might not return for the 2025 tournament.
Is there more than one? Like, everyone that enters gets one?
It will not be available outside of the tournament.
I will be entering the tournament just for the board.
You got. I fold.
I'm telling you, give me my board. That sounds awesome. You want to be there, folks.
To be clear, this is a fan map. It is not directly affiliated with Days of Wonder. It's endorsed by the designers.
That's very cool.
That
very
is neat.
cool.
I like that.
All right. Also, we want to say thank you to some of our Kickstarter backers.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Els Vandermast from Essen, Belgium.
Hey.
I didn't know Belgium
Wait, what?
had an Essen. Sebastian Ambrose from Poland. Tyler Vander Maas. Eric Wright from Sandy, Utah. Greg Martinez. Zach Kirchenwitz.
Wow.
Chrissy Stern.
I know her.
You're on a fire today.
Bringer
Hey,
of
Chrissy.
Kringles.
Not this year, though.
I know.
You got some Kringles? Okay. I didn't get Kringles.
Wait, what?
I don't know what anyone's talking about.
Oh, Vassal.
Bringer of Kringles.
Got it.
Wow, that's cold as ice.
That's pretty rude.
Well, you know what's
Chrissy.
cold as ice, though, is I actually had some of the Kringles and then took them back to the villa, which was a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got You should have known better.
You should have taken them to the
I
staff
should have
room.
known better.
We
I'll take
would've-
the staff room.
we would've
I only got one of those
respected.
cookies, so whatever.
That's on you. I had 5.
Did you really?
I don't know.
Okay. Soma Pal Molnar and Jennifer Moore from the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix.
I like that. The Valley of the Sun. Is that what Phoenix is called?
I
the
think
Valley
so.
of the Sun?
I've
That is
heard
such
it
a
before.
cool-
I didn't know it was Phoenix, but I've heard that. I
Better
knew it
than the
was that
Valley of
city.
the Dolls.
Wait,
That's
is
like
that
a-
a thing? The dolls? Like
That's
dolls?
like a bad movie. Isn't that like the movie
I
that
don't know what that is.
Roger Ebert directed a movie one time called Beyond the Valley of the Dolls? It goes to show you that just because you can review movies, you shouldn't direct them. Same thing can be said about
That's terrifying.
What?
reviewing games, right?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to go there, so I might as well. Beat you to the punch. Hey, I did check to see how many times Nothing Personal and Vicious Fishes were checked out of the library, and if I add them together, it's 0.
Oh, nobody? Dang.
Mike said somebody ate his Dice Guy cookie, and that reminds me, somebody ate mine.
Robert brought his own copy.
I did not get my
I
Dice Guy
ate
cookie.
just a piece of the tower, actually.
I ate a meeple.
I ate a meeple, a palm tree, and some tower pieces.
I ate myself.
Okay,
That-
well, let's
ooh.
move on here to the news.
I took a turn. Good time.
Well, a lot of stuff to go through. Let's start with one of the most exciting pieces of news here. There's no bad news this week, by the way. Like, no company's going out of business, so that's positive.
That's good.
Woo!
This is actually one of the few times I can say I've played a game before it came out. I very rarely do that. And this week's game is called Flickering Stars. It's from Matt Leacock and Josh Capel. So this is a more silly, I guess, version. What's the name of the game that Zev just taught us? The Ascending Empires. Remember that one where you flick stuff? So this has some very similar things to it, but it's not just flicking things in this one. You are shooting out of a little cannon a ball. Yes! You are... It's really silly fun, but there's actually strategy to it. You're trying to take over the different planets.
You said Matt Leacock
Yeah.
is the co-designer on this?
Yeah, so that's the only reason I almost never touch prototypes. I never do, if you're asking. But a couple years ago at the Gathering of Friends, I saw him. He's like, do you want to play this? And I was like, well, it's Matt Leacock. And also, there was a little cannon you shot a ball out of. And I was like, well, then I'm in.
2 slam dunks.
That's pretty cool.
I am stoked about this.
Yeah, so there's it's a 1 versus 1 type game, and there's different scenarios that you'll play through. Now, I got an email from them saying, hey, come by and look at this at Gen Con, yada, yada. And I can't tell if it's being sold there or not. You can pre-order it right now, I believe. But
it might be getting sold then if it's on pre-order.
Or
that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to figure that out. It's from Friendly Skeleton. If you remember, Friendly Skeleton is the redone version of... the
rebranding of...
Not Floodgate, the other one. The one that sounds like Floodgate. Anyway, they've also done games like Monstrosity, Fantastic Factories. That's...
It's driving me nuts. I can't think of who it is.
Deepwater games.
Deepwater, there it is. Yep.
They were Deepwater, now they're Friendly Skeleton.
Thank you, Roy.
I think at Gen Con last year, didn't they have a giant Friendly Skeleton there? I think they did at their booth.
I don't think I saw that.
It was in the very back. They were shoved all the way in the back.
They have the cutest email signatures, though. I really like their logo. It's super cute.
Anyway, I'm pumped about this. Josh Cavell's artwork, I'm assuming, but also his design, too, so that's cool.
Yeah, I'm stoked about that. That's exciting.
No, wait. Not Josh Cavell's artwork. He's just a designer. It says here it's illustrated by Waldemar. Looks like, I can't read their last name there. Anyway, it looks fantastic. So it's coming soon, whether it's at Gen Con or not. All right, Curses and Covens. This is from Good Games. This is coming out September, October, and it's an all versus 1 card game where you're facing off against a witch hunter to hide friendly witches and form a coven of 3 witches, while the witch hunter has to capture 5 witches to win. 20-minute game.
Trick-taking?
Doesn't say trick-taking. I don't know. It could be.
It sounds like it, but who knows? It's a cool cover.
I find it really busy. I was saying the cover turns me off.
Yeah, I don't really love it.
Way too much going on.
This one, another exciting piece of news for me anyway, the Veil of Eternity Artifacts. So this is a small expansion.
Oh, interesting.
That's going to add 28 cards, which is pretty much all I want. The deck is already a kind of a honed deck of all these cards working together. 28's going to really up the variety of that a lot. It also has artifacts that you can draft at the beginning. So you'll draft some artifacts that give you things immediately. Others give you a permanent effect. I don't know how many artifacts are in the game, but I do know if you play with artifacts, you go to 80 points instead of 60, even though the game still ends after 10 rounds. So I guess it just adds to the points. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but the 28 cards alone is good.
That's pretty cool. I like the look of that.
All right, the next one, I'm really pumped about this one, the Yellow House. So this is from Mondu Games. It's a 2-player game from the Janil, who designed Jekyll vs. Hyde.
Okay.
The artwork here is great. This is a game based on Vincent van Gogh, and actually one of the players is Vincent van Gogh, and Gongwin, I don't know, that must be another artist. They're arguing over what's important for drawing. But the artist here, who is the same artist, I looked it up, he's the same guy who did Bitoku and some other games, but he did a good job at, I think, imitating Van Gogh's style.
That's interesting.
Those are really pretty cards, like very art forward. Like even it took me a little bit to even notice the symbols in the corner.
Yeah. I mean, it's a game about artists, so that makes sense. It's just amazing. It's
really cool.
It's an embarrassment of riches when it comes to good-looking games in this day and age.
Yep.
You can get, everything. Like you said, this is a game that is in which the illustrator is imitating a famous artist's style. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's cool because it's hopefully just right there. It looks like something that could be sold at like an art museum.
Yeah.
But I mean, having Mandu behind it, I mean, it's probably a good game too, and solid game, which is exciting for the hobby.
Someone wants to know if the first player marker is a piece of veneer, but I'm going to go with that's a palette. All right. Also from Mandu, they did the Yellow House. They're also doing Quiet House.
Ooh, I like the art on that.
Something that the alternate name is No Kids, No Dogs.
I love that cover.
That's cool.
It's a
Oh,
cooperative
that is-
game from Emmanuel Briano. Wandering ghosts have found an abandoned mansion. The ghosts were content, but now they have to arrange 5 statues around there. So you have to find a placement that satisfies everyone before daybreak. So that sounds very similar to...
The house one, the
the sort of decorating house one.
decorum.
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 Yeah.
That sounds really similar to
It
Decorum,
does.
so we'll see.
Ooh, that cover I hope is closer to what I want, imagining in my
Yeah.
head than what you just said.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure what I said is the way the game's going to play.
I'm just
so.
saying I hope that it feels farther from Decorum than that cover. You know what I mean? Like, because it looks amazing. I love the look. I love the style. It's kind of moody. If the game doesn't have any of that, isn't moody, isn't stylized, isn't it's really just kind of secretly arranging stuff, and then being like, nope.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Also from Mandu, Yeti Snack. Mandu
Ooh.
seems to do a sort of dexterity type game every year. This is from Roberto Fraga and a couple other designers there.
Superstar designer when it comes to kids games.
It really is. Yeti's was in trouble because his refrigerator is full of old ingredients. Use your wits to prepare snacks for him by manipulating your ice tray. Yeti enjoys chewing on frozen food with his big teeth. Can you serve the snacks to Yeti before the ingredients melt away? So you're going to put snack tokens on a tray as fast as you can, and then you manipulate this snack tray following his instructions. If you make a mistake, you're eliminated.
So I assume like real time?
Yeah, there's
Probably.
probably actually a physical component to this because Roberto Fraga does a lot of, actual physical components.
It looks like they're
Okay.
little ice cubes
There
there.
might be an actual tray with actual sliding pieces that you have to manipulate. Who knows?
Oh,
you know
interesting.
what I mean?
What does he do?
He's done a lot of kids games in the past, and many of them have physical components to them. Like
Yeah.
he did that one spider that was that kind of a Kinderspiel winner.
Okay,
and-
I'm trying to.
Okay,
See
he's
if I would
best
know
known for,
him at
well, we
all.
did Captain Sonar. Dr. Eureka, where you pull
Oh,
part
yeah.
of the
Okay,
balls.
got it.
River Dragons,
Okay.
Dancing Eggs,
Oh, no.
Spinderella, which was about dropping spiders down with
Yeah, I think
magnets.
the
That's one
I'm
you were
thinking
talking
of,
about.
That one,
Okay, that's what you're saying. Like
Yeah. It is a lot
almost
of.
toy factor-ish,
Yes,
but with
yes.
game behind it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
yeah, he is pretty well known. He is pretty well known. Go Go Gelato, Dr. Panic,
Yes,
Pingo Pingo.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one.
Man,
yeah,
I like Pingo Pingo.
Do you?
That's a great game.
Mm.
It's a anyhow. All right, let's move on. All
I love Yetis. That's exciting.
It's a cute cover too.
right, this next one is called Senadong. This is the title of the game comes from the Korean words Simo, Nemo, and Dongarami, which means triangle, squares, and circles. This is this designer's first one. You're gonna does a symbol in your hand match a top card in a central pile, following the rock paper scissors style rule card.
They
Sounds
can't
like-
all be winners.
Sounds like
Yeah.
everything you would hate in a game.
I mean, Mondo's coming out with a lot of games. They're not all going to be good games, folks. And I'm not saying that this is the one that is not good, but I'm implying it heavily.
All right, this next one is a huge surprise to me. I never thought this game would come back in print. And this is Witness.
Witness.
Witness is the 4-player game. You have to have exactly 4 players, and you whisper in each other's
Oh.
ears information, and you cooperatively solve a problem. It's super weird. I have it in the library just because it's so unique. So now they are having, I guess Witness has 64 cases, but now they're bringing it back. 3 standalone titles: Witness on the Trail of the Chameleon, The Treasure of the Oasis, and the Sigma Club. Each has 8 cases. Although together they form an overarching story of the Witness agency's attempt to thwart their nemesis, the Chameleon.
So are these each of these scenarios one-time plays? Like,
They don't break. You can give them to somebody else and they'll play, but once you know the answer, you know
but
the
you
answer.
know the answer. Okay, you solve the case and it's done.
Sort of, but if I remember from Witness, I could play Witness right now, and I wouldn't remember any of the cases. Because, for example, there's one in the Witness thing that shows you you see 3 sides of dice. Everyone's like can see them, and it's going to ask questions. So I'm like, I can see the 3, 6, 5, and so you whisper this all around, and then that gets whispered again. It's like whispered down the alley. So you'll say, Z saw this, and I'm like, help you. Okay, I got to remember all these things. It's a memory game. And then they will ask you questions like, what's on the top of the dice? And I'm sitting there going, okay, if Z saw that and I saw this. So I really like it.
It's a really clever
in
game.
doses.
Yeah, it's a really clever game. I know a lot of people are bothered, and someone's saying it already, by the idea of like whispering in somebody's ear. You could be playing this with strangers and they're whispering in your ears. It's very like, okay.
This is definitely with people I know only.
Yeah.
Like I would not play this
actually,
randomly at a convention.
I made a top 10 list in 2020. I'm like, top 10 games not to play during COVID. And Witness was one of them. So,
or not to play. It's not a get to know you game.
Yeah, I don't know if I mind people whispering in my ear, but I get it. It does feel almost like a slightly intimate thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's more than intimate. It's like a
invasive?
hygiene thing. Like, yeah, like if their breath smells and I have to like listen, but also not breathe, but then not think about their breath, think about what they're saying. And then, I don't know, it's a cringy thing.
That's why, like I said, it's
definitely
such a
in a big
unique
bubble,
game.
though.
I'm really surprised it was reprinted.
Yeah.
But hey, cool. All right, Swap. Not Swap, but Swap. This is a ladder climbing game coming from German publisher. This is a remaking of a game called Recurring, which I've never played. So it's coming out
I like that
in
cover.
September.
Recurring. I like that cover.
I didn't play that, did I? I'm always nervous that I played some games and then I forget them.
Fractions?
No, I didn't. Okay. I've definitely seen that cover before.
That's cool.
All right. Zero to Hero from Martin Wallace. A tile-based trick-taking game. I played this.
A prototype? Two in one news?
What?
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 Tom likes prototypes?
Everybody hashtag
Woo!
Tom loves prototypes.
I think I played this in like 2019 at the UK Games Expo with Martin Wallace, I think. Anyway, all right, so...
Hashtag Tom only plays prototypes with designers.
Well, technically, if you have a prototype, you're a designer.
Somebody else could have brought the prototype and showed it to you.
That's true.
Yeah. Come on, trying to help you. Trying to narrow the field.
Well, this is the game that made me stop playing prototype. No, it was the other one. No, I don't remember anything about it. All right.
Okay, Zero to Hero, trick-taking, tiles. Okay, I'm guessing there's like a spatial element. Otherwise, it would just be cards.
By the way, if you want to get me to play a trick-taking game, and I do like playing trick-taking games, putting on tiles always is... I like it. There's just something about having those tiles in front of you and throwing them out. I like it a lot. That it's expensive. I get that. It's much more expensive than a deck of cards.
I'm curious about this one. Okay, cool.
Also, Martin Wallace has an expansion coming for his game Bloodstones, Dwarves and Djinn. Did anyone here play Bloodstones? Did it even come through the studio?
I've never seen
think
it, I
I've
think, in
seen it.
person.
It was a Game Found project that did very well, but I didn't get it or anything.
Wants to do Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, then we have, let's go down to Brazil.
Yes, please.
So Fel Barros left Simon. So Fel Barros is one of my favorite people. He's a great guy and a good designer. He's left Simon, and now he started his own publishing company to champion the work of Brazilian creators. So I think the publisher is called Samba Studios, and this is one of the first ones, the games from that, called The Copper Trickster from Alex Pena. This was already self-published as a game called Charlatão, or whatever it is in Portuguese, and now it's called Copper Trickster. So this is
I'm guessing charlatan, maybe.
Possibly. Your goal is not to be taken in by E. Nacera, except when you're playing him. It's a competitive trick-taking game, and you have partial knowledge about the quality of copper being offered. You're trying to get the most points by getting good quality copper and avoiding the bad.
Interesting.
I'm definitely interested in this.
Well, that's cool. I mean, and like you said, Fel Barros is he's a good designer. He's a very sharp guy in this industry. Like he's been in it for a long time, and it's cool to see him doing something new, opening up more avenues for publishing of Brazilian designs. That's very neat.
Bit of a boring cover, though.
I think I'm assuming that is the self-published look, and that they're not ready yet to show artwork because it doesn't exist yet. I'm gonna assume that.
Okay, well, zoom down on the next one too. This is
dear.
coming from the same company, and I think this might be the actual cover. This is called
This one looks done. Yeah.
Onda.
This one does.
Yeah, it just looks. The word Onda is Portuguese for wave. First-time designer Arthur Lacerda. Someday,
not
when
to
I
be
say Lacerda, this
confused.
is the one you'll think of.
All right. All right.
It's time to change. You change your last name if you need
What? Can you imagine if your last name was Kinetia?
to. I guess so. That's almost as bad. All right.
So this is a. You're trying to get rid of all your cards. So this is a ladder climbing game. There's 6 different types of bombs in this game. A bomb is a. If you've never played a ladder climbing game, a bomb is usually something you can play no matter what. You know, like Z might play a 5, Camille plays a 7, I play a 9, and then Z's like, I got 3 3s, whatever it is, and then it can always be played, and then wipes the board. So there's 6 different ones here in this game.
I like the look. I like the white and blue thing, like the nautical thing.
I like the
going on.
look, I just don't love the cover, that's all.
I like there's a little bit of green. There's a couple green cards. It's a neat
Oh, you're
motif
right.
there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
All right, then more from coming down there from the same company. We got Dungeon Rummy. This is from Fell himself, the designer of this game. It's a 1-to-4 cooperative game that he describes as the first game set in the Misfits universe, which Mike pointed out to me. That art looks very Powerpuff Girls.
Very much so. 100% Powerpuff.
You're trying to fight some foes in this game. You have your own deck of 26 cards that are modeled on a traditional deck with a twist. You'll face monsters that require a specific combination to be defeated, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, whatever, or just damage that can be done to them. But during the monster phase, whatever happens first, is they're always faster, they'll inflict damage on the heroes. So cooperative dungeon hero trick-taking game, I would play that.
Sounds
That
really
sounds
interesting,
fun.
Yeah.
Also, I do like that artwork. The Powerpuff type art is not used very often in games. Barbarian Fairy. Anyhow.
Yeah, it's also fairies, which is very
that's-
Fairly Odd Parents and
Yeah, oh, you're right.
Yeah.
The Odd Parents, I forgot about them. The next game is called 1000. So,
numbers on cards today.
remember Mike puts together the news.
That's true.
So this is a game called 1000. It's a 2 to 5 player game. You're trying to get rid of all your cards. On your turn, you play a card higher than the one in the discard pile as long as it shares at least 1 digit with that card. The 1000 card is an exception. It can be played on top of any card, and any card can be played over it.
Like a bomb.
You can also play a card face down and say, that's a valid card. The next player can trust you and play, or they can reveal your card. With the player who bluffed or the player who mistakenly doubted the play, drawing 3 cards as a penalty.
Camilla's like, she's slowly getting farther and farther away.
Oh.
She's like, oh, numbers and cut. Okay. Bluffing. Oh.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
not, yeah.
Pretty
Right.
soon she's going to be
Oh, look
outside
at
this
that.
room on the other side of that wall.
That's going to be from Geeks and Orcs.
Right now, it feels like, and maybe it's an illusion because we're getting all these news back to back, but it feels like everybody is rushing for that audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where the money is, right? I mean, like, that's what it is.
Right.
Italacerta will sell some copies to people that are ingrained in this hobby, and it'll be a respectable amount, but not Uno amounts. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you have
Everybody's rushing for that.
a $15 to $20 card game, you know, that's can be that impulse buy.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Well,
More?
let's change tacks
Oh.
here. You guys are going to love this next one.
I don't trust you.
Ozab, a cyberpunk board game.
Let's go. Done. Who cares about little tiny card games? I'm
So-
all about this. How many people has
Who's
that
this?
clown killed, do you think?
Who's this artist?
It's
Well,
actually a self-portrait.
this is a new studio from Brazil, and together with collectible figure company Iron Studios, is a 1 to 4 player Ozab, a cyberpunk board game. You're going to be taking the roles of hackers, mercenaries, post-humans, and other rebels to fight against the oppression of mega corporations. So blah blah blah. Normally,
Cyberpunk, yeah.
you have your own deck. There's 10 scenarios, each with its own event deck and unique win condition. Players always lose if one of their characters dies.
So cooperative? Okay.
So Mike asked me what I noticed
Oh,
about
that's-
the title of it, and got nothing.
Ozob.
Yeah, see, Mike,
With
it's not as
backwards
obvious.
Bozo.
Oh, Z got it. Yeah, Bozo backwards.
See?
The artist is Rodrigo Bastos Didier, and this is the only game, according to Board Game Geek, that he has done.
That clown with his little finger, he's just like so creepy. I love it.
I
Look at
figured
him.
you all would like
I
this
I
game.
like the look,
really
I like
like
the
that
vibe,
a lot.
It's just nice to see a different cyberpunk setting. I mean, they're very similar. There's tropes, but
I'm just trying to figure out, is he wearing a grenade as his nose?
I think so. I was trying to figure out what that was.
I think that's a grenade.
I don't know. There's something about his hand position that's just like super creepy. Oh, I love it.
the rest of him though, not creepy at all.
All right. Well,
No.
anywho.
What is 0708? I understand that's what the Ozo is as well, but it's on his fingers there. Oh my gosh, I could look at this cover all day. This makes me so happy.
No, that's
No, I think that's just
I love it.
Bozo.
I think it says Bozo, yeah.
No, because you don't. Well, I guess you do read Pinky and don't you?
Depends how
Okay,
you're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
punched. Can you read it? How about this way?
This
Try
is
this.
super. It's so busy and vibrant, but like busy in the good way that you just keep looking at it. And you said it's cooperative. It kind of sounds like that. The game with the hook where you're hooking in. There's another game it's kind of reminding me of as you're talking about it. I'm super excited.
All right, let's jump to party games. From clowns to party games.
Back out.
Captain Obvious. This is coming from Lucky Duck. And so apparently you are writing a sentence that's so apparent that even a missing word won't confusing other players. So you'll write a sentence, I guess, you give it to someone else, they will erase one word, and then everyone has to guess what word is there.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Then It's Obvious. This is a party game from Friendly Skeleton. You can demo it at Gen Con. There's a question and you pick the correct side. Man fish or fish man? Cilantro's soapy or cilantro's delicious?
Soapy.
There is a certain percentage of humans who taste soap when they eat cilantro.
Oh, I knew like some people it's like not genetic, but there's some.
No,
whether
there's
you either like it or you don't like
it's
it.
like
but
a
I didn't know
genetic
it's-
thing. For some
right.
people, it tastes
I didn't
like
know
soap.
it was soap though.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, what a
Cilantro
sad
is
life.
so good.
Oh, in too deep. Yes, thank you, Mountain Pony.
Anyway, so you're just trying to figure out which side has the most votes. The side with the most cards is the obvious choice, while the other is the oblivious choice. Then you debate. If you're on the oblivious team, you have to basically pretend you put down the obvious answer of everybody.
Okay.
regardless.
Okay.
So we all vote. The one that gets more votes is the obvious answer, and then you have to guess who didn't put that answer.
Okay.
Hate the cover. But,
I don't know. Yeah, that.
all right, let's move now to designer Ole Steinus and publisher Mood Publishing. I don't know them. They're coming out with a tabletop version of Valheim, which is
a video
an
game, right?
exploration and survival video game that
Okay.
came out in 2021. So this will go to crowdfunding later this year. Cooperative board game. So
It's the other thing that's popular right now is video game adaptations.
Very popular. Yeah.
They are everywhere.
So far, they've been pretty good, though. I think there's
Yeah.
been more good than bad
Lately,
coming out of
they've
it.
been more
Right.
good than bad, yeah.
all right, Northgard has some expansions coming. Northgard Uncharted Horizons, this is a major expansion. So it came with some small expansions, so they have a new one that's coming later this year. Okay.
Cool.
I don't know. I'm curious. Tomorrow morning, folks, we're going to do the most played games from
Dice Tower East.
Dice Tower East. We're going to do that live, and we'll take a look at them. I'm curious, like, if Northgard got played or not. We'll see. Speaking of games with getting expansion, Zoo Tycoon is getting an expansion, and every zoo game in the world, when they have their first expansion, it's always water.
Okay, it
right?
is.
Isn't that the thing?
100%. It always goes
Anyhow,
awesome.
there's more stuff here. Aquatic worlds, manatees, sea turtles, zebra sharks, and more. New biomes. So
Didn't this game already have a bunch going on?
it's a very involved, I think, Lacerda Wait style Euro game with a really bad rule book. The designer has redone the rule book. He sent it to me and I looked at it. It looks much better. I might give it a whirl again at some point, but it is also not a simple game of, ooh, I built a zoo. There's just a lot going on in it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll probably be talking about this soon because I think it's coming to crowdfunding.
Okay.
Also, there's plans in the future for Zoo Tycoon, the board game, Dinosaur Digs. That's a standalone game. Hey, if you got it, run with it.
Huh.
I don't have a lot of information on this from Upper Deck Entertainment. They got Halo Mission Command coming, based on the Halo video game franchise.
Okay,
and
again,
coming
with
out
the video
September
game.
30th.
$20. Is this like a TCG or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what is this? A CCG or a standalone game? What are they saying?
That's saying only $20 is the MSRP there.
I don't think it's. I think it's standalone because it doesn't say. It says 110 cards, one rule sheet.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Odd Words is coming. I'm sorry, Odd World. This is. Odd World came out. I'm sorry, in 2015. Swiss publisher Game Factory did Schrockvogel Weird Birds, which is a new edition of that. Sorry, of Odd World. So you're trying to put cards on top of each other of different numbers. We're back to numbers on cards.
And birdies.
At least they put animals on it, yeah. Wait, is it all
It looks like birds. Yeah, it's called Odd Birds.
No, it's called Odd World.
No, Odd World was the original game. Now
I see.
the new name now is Weird
Okay.
Birds, or at least that's the translation.
Okay.
Ratjack. This is a game from Mathal Khan, Maxi Mercier, and Studio H. So this is coming out
Cool.
in August. You have 12 different cards, 1 through 12, and you're going to draw a card and then play it face down in front of you, face up in front of you, and activate its ability or discard a card to flip over one of your face down cards. If you ever get more than 25, you're out. So you're trying to be the closest to 25 cards. So it sounds like blackjack with special
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah, minimalist
Okay.
blackjack, micro game kind of thing.
I'd try it.
Cool.
Hate that art.
Let's Hit Each Other with Fake Swords. Might sound like a stupid name, but that's because it's from the folks who made Exploding Kittens. It's also designed by Eric Lang, Mary Georgescu, and Ian Clayman. So this is a 3 to 6 player game that's coming out later this month. And, well, you hit each other with fake swords, and then you claim action cards. So,
Does it come with swords?
I'm
Assuming
sure.
inflatable sword.
Okay.
The last game that they did in this style that was called Throw Burrito, which came with a burrito that
Yeah,
you literally
okay.
threw at people. So I'm
Okay.
assuming here you point at a pile of cards that you want, and then if no one points at a pile, you discard it. If multiple people point at it, then the fight boss chooses the 2 people who will fight, and they will try to hit each other with fake swords, but you have to follow all the rules on the cards over which you're fighting.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sure someone will like it.
Wait, you can't hit your opponent on the head or arm?
What? Why? Where else do you hit?
You have to hit him on the chest or back. I'd prefer to get hit on the head. This game was 2 years in the making. Fake Sword's one of those special lightning in a bottle designs that came together initially quickly, but took forever to develop and tune just right. All right. You know what, though? I mean, that Wombat game that they did, I liked a lot. Exploding Kittens, I don't think is great, but there's a small bit of game there. And Throw Burritos, my kids love that. It's just stupid throwing burritos. I'm sure they'll love this, too. This is definitely a teenager game or a young adult game, I
Yeah, it
think.
seems like a church group game.
I think for me, the problem I'm having right now, I mean, obviously I don't know anything about this game. The cover and all those other games you said are really, really simple. And this one has a bunch of cards, which with what looks like a bunch of text.
But is that what it's saying is once you understand the symbology, because it's saying that there are each different rules on how the fight commences, right?
Yes, you want to hear some of the rules?
Oh, please.
Before you can hit your opponent, spin in a circle 3 times while your chin is touching your chest.
Done.
Before you can hit your opponent, immediately after the countdown, toss your sword away. You must retrieve and fight with the other player's sword. When the sword fight begins, you must count down out loud from 20, 1 second at a time. If you haven't been hit by the time you reach 0, you immediately win. Toss your sword at least 1 sword length above your head, then catch it by the handle without it hitting the ground.
So what if you have this one, like, turn 3 times, then throw your sword, then pick up the other person's sword, and then that's now your sword, you throw it above your head. Like, what's the order of operations here?
I think you have to do all the operations, but there's also qualifier cards. For the entire sword fight, I got a P, it's called, you must keep your knees stuck together. Or anytime your sword hits anything, you must bow to your opponent. Or anytime a player shouts 2, the other player must immediately Touche. Oh, touche. You
Yeah.
must keep both arms completely straight, no bending your elbows. So you're going to need some space to play this, and happily, you know from us giving this piece of news whether you'll like the game or not.
That is
No review needed.
That's true.
All right. This next one is in the mail to us, so I'm excited about it.
Ooh.
Wrath of Fire Mountain. This is from Eric Lang and Phil Walker Harding.
That looks cool.
This is coming out at Gen Con. There's a primordial land of ever-shifting terrain. So you're going to roll the dice Yahtzee style and take actions with the dice results. And you're going to put people on volcanoes, and there's a whole bunch of just different things coming on this. But it's a competitive game. It's not cooperative. You're trying to score the most points. It looks fun, though.
It looks neat.
Yeah, it's a good look.
It's been a while since Game Right has had, in my opinion, a bona fide hit. This could be it, right?
Yeah.
I Heart Manatees, also from Game Right. This one will sell because people like manatees. It's my daughter's favorite animal.
This
Board.
is also from Lang.
Yep.
The board, it seems like there's a disconnect between the board and the cover, because I loved the board I saw first, and then the cover, I was like, oh, what am I looking at? Like, that looks like a...
You're building
Travel
your own
sticker.
manatee habitat and rescuing manatees from the ocean. You'll start with one manatee, and you can hold more of them, and you're just adding manatees, moving manatees, taking pictures of manatees, and messing with sharks. Oh, no. You're playing the sharks to mess with other people's manatees. Ooh,
Oh.
that kind of defeats the purpose of the game. I heart manatees, but only mine.
But I want to eat your manatees.
That's a really weird... That's a weird thieving, right?
Like, does the heart represent consuming them? I heart manatees as in, like, they're delicious?
I guess, no, you put the shark in someone else's, stealing a manatee from another player. So you put the shark there, and the manatee's like, well, this is too dangerous. I'm coming to you. And you're like, yes, I love you. Until they find out what you've done. Then they're like, you manipulated me.
That's right.
Interesting.
But you also kept them safe, so,
From the danger I created.
it doesn't, you know.
Okay. And then finally today, Rayman the board game. Another video game.
Oh,
Okay, I do
wow.
like that. That's nostalgic and fun.
So this is from Flyos Games, or Flyos, Flyos.
Okay.
This is going to Kickstarter. So this is a video game series that came in '95 on different things, and then it fostered the Rabbids spin-off franchise in 2006, which my son still plays today because we have
know.
Mario versus the Rabbids. That's like a Final Fantasy Tactics kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this board game is co-designed by Maxime Tardif.
Oh, interesting.
What
That's interesting. Okay. Very
I love
different.
the look of this, yeah.
else have they done?
He's done Earth.
Oh, you don't need to say any other names at that point.
Right. Like that's
And Brilliance. That's it. I'm very...
Thank you.
But this is a very new thing here.
Sorry. My bad.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
Rayman, let's play the whispering
dying.
game. So anyhow, that's the news. All right, folks. Today we're talking about our top 3 carnival rides.
This might have been the hardest one we've done. I came up with 10, like rapid fire.
It took me a while to get to 3.
So we have opposite things here.
struggled.
So just to be clear, carnival games is different than saying I like
Wait,
space.
Carnival Games?
I'm sorry, Carnival. Well, that is different.
Oh,
Carnival
that's very
rides.
different. Okay, I was like, oh.
Carnival
That's very
rides.
different. Okay, I was like, oh.
Carnival Games is one we'll do in the future. But anyhow, it's different than saying I like Space Mountain. That's amusement park rides, specific rides.
Yeah.
Like it's a named specific one is what the thing was, right? I think I did it right.
For
you
me-
explained it to me, and I was like, yeah, I think I get
Yeah,
it.
for me, it's like if it can pop up and, be here this week, gone the next, then it's a carnival ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to travel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it me?
No, it's Camille
It's
first.
me?
Oh, I think I did it right.
I'm just
yeah.
worrying about you, that's all. Okay.
You should be worried. I think I did it right, but I'm so not. This is so not my scene. I'm not big on amusement parks and this kind of ride. So
I love it.
like
I
a
love
few.
coasters. I love carnivals. I love going fast. I love the Gravitron, which is my number 3. I love the feeling of being in a Gravitron and being pushed back against as it spins in a circle and it pushes you back, just all that pressure on you, and then all of a sudden it's like you have all this pressure on you, but you're also weightless at the same time when you can like go up the wall. And
So there's two versions. There's the inside one like this, then there's the one that tilts.
yeah.
You're talking about the inside one. The one that you used to be able to climb on the walls if you wanted to.
I don't know. I think I like them all. You wait. What
Well,
do
they're
you mean
slightly
the
different.
inside
So
one?
when you go in that, usually these look like some sort of alien thing. You go and you can't.
Yeah.
You could. It's open at the top.
Yeah.
But you can't see anyone, and no one can see you. When you're on this ride, I'm like, I hope they're having a good time. But there's also one
I've
where.
never been in one that's dark.
Oh, well, you would probably like it, I guess, if you like the other ones.
Yeah.
Well, this one is that
To
way.
me, it's
You
all
can't
about
see
the
in there.
feeling. Yeah, you can. It's like lit up and it's like themed.
No, I'm saying the viewers. I can't see inside that thing right there.
Oh, I thought you meant you can't. Can you see each other in there?
You mean from the outside, can you see in? No, you
Oh, I don't
cannot.
care if people can see me outside or not. I'm
Folks,
there for me.
I don't normally take a phone call here
What?
online. Zegan is number 2. This is security.
Okay,
Hello?
bye.
Your mic's on.
Anyway, my number 3.
Don't go to the bathroom.
My number 3 has a few different names. It's called like a fun slide or an astro glide slide was the other name.
Is this the one you go down on a carpet?
You go down on like a bag or a carpet or,
potato
something, and it has a
sack.
few little bumps in it. And I swear I don't know why they have lanes, because after that first bump, you're in a different lane. You know what I mean? Like it's really like it's the bumps in these are seriously bumpy.
I'm
Where
surprised
you like come
like
off
this.
the board and like the slide and go back down. Yeah, I like this one. It's also over in like 3 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm really surprised you like it.
False alarm.
You came
All right,
back
what's going
really
on?
happy.
Oh, the slide.
Yeah, it's the Astroglide slide.
Because you don't like
or
that
something
like
that.
stomach dropping feeling. So
This is my number
So-
you don't
4.
get this?
See, Tom gets it. I don't like roller coasters.
Yeah.
There's too much up and
Yeah,
down
okay,
and this and that.
interesting.
And if a roller coaster goes backwards, I really don't like it. I don't
Got
like
it.
not seeing where I'm going. It bothers me tremendously.
These are okay. They're just too short, like you said. Like I'd rather do like a tubing or like go, on a ski slope or something like
sure,
that.
sure. But yeah, this is my number 3. And anything that is a fairly gentle version of this, I am okay with. If you start crossing into roller coaster territory, I'm out. So there you go.
Yeah.
My number 3 is, well, the biggest ride at most fairs, and that is the Ferris wheel.
Oh, hate it.
So I've actually changed a lot in the last 20 years because I didn't put the Gravitron on mine because when I was 21, I think, suddenly spinning rides started bothering me, and it has got progressively worse. So I can't ride any spinning rides at this point in time. But I can ride the Ferris wheel, and I always a lot of parks, especially the Miami Youth Fair we have here, has a humongous one. I don't even know how they get it around. It's so big. And I like it because I like seeing the whole park, and I like them if they go nice and slow. I like them if they go fast. That doesn't matter to me. They're just fun. I know it's kind of a boring ride, right? But for me...
No, they terrify me. Like I don't go like this is how you scare me. It's like slow moving heights with not very secured. Like I can do roller coasters all day long. I'm strapped in, or if I feel in control. But this is like there with those like parachute rides, where it's like here's a rope to put around your waist if you want to.
You don't like them either, I'm assuming.
I don't like heights.
Yeah, right. It's funny. I was saying to Joey, like, if you go by movies, Ferris wheels are just death traps. They're always getting blown up, or
Every
people are
time.
falling out, or it rolls away. I'm like, what are
Yeah.
you guys talking about? But it's always the Ferris wheel.
Yeah,
but
that's
I do
true.
like them a lot. Also, I like riding with my family. It's kind of like you can do the whole family together type
Sure.
thing. It's the only ride you can really do
No, I'm the grumpy mom. I'm like, sit down, don't talk, don't breathe, don't rock the cart, tighten that seatbelt. Wait, no, give me the
that's the other
seatbelt.
thing, because you can
I'm
actually
like,
make
no.
this rock, couldn't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, these are
If you
like
stand.
free floating. Yeah.
Oof, oof.
that. Would you go in the big giant ones like the ones that are like a room, like the Eye?
No, because again, slow moving heights are like, I get really nauseous. I get dizzy at slow moving heights, or if I'm unsecured in heights. Like I've been rappelling, I've been skydiving, I can do that, but I'm in control of the environment. But like in this random ball, unsecured, moving slowly, looking over a height, I get really nauseous.
Do you not like a restaurant in a rotating tower either then?
Depends on how close I am to the window. It's not the movement necessarily, it's just the, am I looking straight down
Okay.
kind of thing. Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
my number 3.
My number 2 is 2 different names because I thought one of them might be branded specifically. I don't know, but it's either the Music Express or the Caterpillar. So this is like it's a roller coaster, I guess, but it's on a track and it's all connected. You hate this? What are you
No,
laughing
I'm
at?
laughing because there's 2 things about this. One, someone's going to get squished.
Yes, I love it.
It's like majorly squished. So we're always like, when I set my kids on it, like Jimmy's on it, I'm like,
yeah.
make sure Jimmy sits at the right side. I don't need him flattened when he
Right.
comes out of
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And sometimes they go backwards.
Yes.
Sometimes they do.
They
go
do, and
backwards,
I just love it. I love because you have that roller coaster feeling, but it's in the circle. I love that, again, that pressure. I really like deep pressure. And yeah, so it gets you moving around, but then it has the up and down just enough to give you that like woo feeling. I love these. I just laughed the entire time. I remember very distinctly the last one I went on, and I just laughed for like 2.5 minutes solid. It just made me so joyous inside.
You also
So-
cannot hear anything.
Except for
No, the music.
Oh, there's music.
They
Oh,
really?
blast.
Oh,
You can hear
okay.
these rides like throughout the whole park almost.
Yeah,
They're-
yeah,
these are the
right.
loudest rides. I don't know why. They just like really like.
Oh, I don't think I
jamming
had that.
music.
Okay, anyway, but yeah, and so I've been on a Caterpillar one, I've been on a music themed one, and gosh, I love it. Makes me happy.
I think the Caterpillar is like, because I looked through a lot of rides to put this list together, like on Wikipedia or whatever, and I think the Caterpillar one is like a branded one,
Okay.
and apparently there's only like 2 operating in the whole world
Oh, okay, got it.
that they've got, because they're all really old, you know, all
Yeah.
these things, I saw the years, and they were all like from the 40s and 50s.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah, there's not usually a lot of new carnival rides.
Yeah. All right, my number 2 is a crossover already with you for the Gravitron.
Oh, so good.
This one
We need a
happens to be
carnival.
called something else.
We have one every year, the youth fair. You just missed it.
And it's the same thing, like you were saying, Tom. Yeah, you can't see in there. People can't see out. I don't really care. It's neat. You walk in there and you just sort of lean up against the wall. The good ones have a for you to lay down. It's like a bed, and then
Yeah.
based on the gravity, that bed slides up to the top,
Yeah.
and you can't like pick yourself up. You have a hard time.
Right.
And you're just
and you're
it's
trying to
kinda
like,
funny.
pull.
Yeah.
you know, like, oh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
It's-
And then I always pick my feet up, and I always end up going like that, so I'm, on support. Oh, so good.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's a neat thing, and they go super fast. So they look cool from the outside. You're just not seeing the people in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
So I'm saying you've never been on the one where it tilts sideways.
No, I
I've been
don't
on
think I
that
wanna
one,
do
yeah.
that.
No, they have one of those at like Six Flags America. I've been on one there that does that. So they're cool. I mean, they're again, you're going like this. It doesn't really change that much, other than really showing you again the gravity, because it feels the same. You just are looking at yourself and people below you.
Good.
So it's more of a mental thing, but it doesn't feel any different.
Alrighty. My number 2 was my number 1 until I realized there was one I liked better. But this is one I will still go on, always, except the lines, and that's bumper cars.
Oh,
The worst part of bumper cars is it's easily the longest line. Like my
Yes.
family and I, we always go to the fair right when it opens. In Miami, they usually open like at noon, or the winter ones open at 5, and we're there. And there's no lines for anything. Except bumper cars. There's always a
It
line
is
for bumper
always.
cars.
I don't know. And it's the slowest moving line, too.
But that being said, it's just a joyful ride for the family because everyone's hitting each other. I am very thankful. I talk about rides. There's not a lot of new rides. I'm thankful bumper cars have progressed from when I was a child. Because when I was a child, it was a circular thing. You had to go forward. You weren't allowed to turn around. And eventually there would be a jam, and you'd have to wait for someone to hit the jam. That's where they used to have that stick that hit the ceiling with the sparks and everything. It's very nostalgic. Like, if I see that, I'm like, transported back to being a kid.
Yeah.
But I like the ones where you just go any direction you want. You know,
I don't
it's
think
just
I've ever
fun.
been in one that doesn't have the thing connected. I just went on one like a couple weeks ago, and it, again, had...
Oh,
at
now
Busch
they
Gardens.
mostly look like this. You're just driving around with little tires and stuff. Also, I mean, in this category, I would also put bumper boats. You know, it's the same thing. There's just water involved.
Yeah.
100% bumper boats.
But just that
Love
bumper boats
them.
are much less. And the problem with bumper boats is not as easy to load and unload.
Right. But I like that little bit of extra tilt to them. I 100%.
Not me, man. Bumper cars over bumper boats.
No.
So anyway, that's my number 2.
All right. My number 1 was instantly my number 1. I know I always seek it out at every carnival, and I also seek it out at every amusement park I go to because they all have it, and that is the Scrambler. Again, so this is...
There will not be crossover. Talk about spinning.
This is so good. I love it because you're individually spinning, but then the whole thing is spinning again. So it's not like the Gravitron where you feel that constant pressure, but it's a varying because you're actually slinging around each time. And so, yeah, you talked about Jimmy getting smushed or my son will get smushed, but I usually sit on the outside so that doesn't happen, you know, so he's smushing me, but it's just this ebb and flow of it. Oh my gosh, it's so, again, I just laugh the entire time and it makes me so happy, and about halfway through, because they're always one of the longest rides too. I love that. So about halfway through, it just becomes relaxing, almost like being on,
Yes.
like almost like being in the ocean, you know, like with the waves coming, and it's just like you just find yourself smiling, and then again it's like wee.
Do you like the spider? The spider is close to a scrambler.
I don't know that.
But then they do this too while they're spinning.
Oh, I don't know.
Because this one's a very flat.
It is
Like,
very
they go
Definitely
in that
an
row.
open bottom, though, right? This is not an open bottom.
Some of them are, but yeah, this one is not.
Generally, like
never
you
seen
climb up
open
on the
bottom.
thing and then they pick you up. But I like this kind of ride because it's, again, always forward, a little faster sometimes, but you're off the floor like 2 feet. And I'm like, great. That's as far as I want to be off the ground.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I don't know that one.
Right.
I
Try to think you're number 1 now, so it's not high.
It's a crossover.
Oh, is it the scrambler?
No.
the crossover with him.
Well, it can't be the Ferris wheel.
Is it the
Is it bumper cars?
Caterpillar?
Bumper cars, man.
Oh, bumper
Right.
cars are
Those
not
bumper
worth
cars.
the line, though.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you
They're
used the
not
same
worth the
picture.
line.
It's the best. Yeah, I did. We found them in the same place, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. Bumper cars. That's the one. It's maybe boring again. It may be like the not the like thrilling, exciting thing to do at the carnival, but it's the one I definitely want to do. All the other ones I'll take or leave.
It doesn't
Bumper cars
jostle
I
you
wanna-
too much?
No.
Because that's the thing, I feel like I always, maybe I'm just old, but I always feel like I'm sore after it
I
just...
want to be jostled.
See, I feel like it's that hard and fast, like,
Yeah,
and that
fair,
really
yeah.
bothers me a lot. I always come out like with a sword. And this is the one that I dropped my son off with, and I'm like, you got your phone on you? Cool, call me when you're done. He'll ride it 7 or 8 times, and I'll go do a couple other things.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is like not, that's anyway, interesting.
I love this in Korea. There's different cultures, right? So Korea, they have bumper cars, and they would be like tee hee hee, and they would get to the other person and slow down and just tap them. And then I got in there and I was like, America! And just going around and
Really?
wailing on everybody.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
"Ah!" So much fun. Anyhow, my number 1 is my favorite ride to go on at a lot of regular parks also, and that is the Flume. I love the Flume.
Yeah.
Because roller coasters are fun, and I enjoy roller coasters, but roller coasters can hurt your back and stuff. And here in Florida, I like getting a little wet. It doesn't matter because we dry off instantly, usually. And
Or
flumes-
never, because it's humid.
Yeah, but most
One or
flumes
the
don't
other.
get you that wet anyway.
I feel like it gets the other people wet. There's always the splash zone.
Yeah.
You on the ride don't get wet. Yeah.
Unless, of course, you don't think you're going to get wet and it's a cool day and...
Then you will
Yes.
definitely.
If it's
figure it
overcast,
out.
you are 100% getting wet.
Yeah, I got
I
a
don't know
story
how
about
that
that.
works.
But anyway, yeah, so I like these a lot. They don't feel there's that one or maybe two drops, right? Usually nowadays they're usually
Yeah.
have two drops, and you're like, oh no, a drop, oh haha, and it's over. And then the rest of the time you're like in a boat.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
there's
just
I
so
like
much
these
fun.
things except for the drop. I did the
so you just want to go on a boat then.
Yeah.
with cute things to look at and a little like a
You
little
want
faster.
you want
but
like a lazy river on
I
a
kind
boat.
of do, yeah. The one drop at what's the one in at Disney here in Orlando,
I don't know. Not
where
bad.
at the end you like go down that big drop. You know what I'm talking about?
A flume?
Yeah, it's the one with the bears or whatever, the Frontierland. They're singing a little song to you the whole way.
Oh, the Disney one.
Yeah.
Oh, I've only been on that once. I don't remember it very well.
Anyway, that drop is a good drop. And I
So you were having a good time till
I was
that
like-
point.
I was enjoying it, half like just waiting for the drop. You know what I mean?
Oh, 'cause you
It's
knew
the
it was
whole time,
coming?
Like, you see it.
Oh.
The drop is the whole ride is
Yeah.
inside this fake mountain, and the drop is outside. So everybody gets to see
So
that
you know
part.
it's coming.
You do kind of
Yeah.
know it's coming because you see the lights,
Yeah.
and you're like, the whole time
Yeah.
I'm just dreading the thing, Splash Mountain. Yeah.
That's someone said they'd never seen a flume at Carnival. That one I showed you there, the picture, is from the Miami Carnival.
Okay, so
I've
that's
been
what I
on
was
that
gonna
exact
say.
one.
Because I consider the flume, then I was like, no, I consider that an
Go back to the picture,
amusement
Roy.
park.
Show the
No, I'm
picture.
saying
Look at that. The fair, it says at the bottom.
But for me, I've never been to one at a fair. I've only ever been to one on an amusement park. I've never seen it at a
Yeah.
fair, so I consider it that. But
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm stuck with what they have here in Miami.
Right.
The fair, the flume is also at the Santa's Enchanted Forest too, I think.
well, that's because you can in Florida.
Again, it's Florida,
but
right,
again,
so-
yeah, fairs are usually fall activities, which we're having like pumpkins and demolition derbies, things like that.
That's a good one. I would do that. Demolition Derby.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are our 3 favorite carnival rides. Tell us yours in the comments. Let's keep moving.
Hi, it's Tarrant.
And Stella from Maple University. Today we're talking about Mad Max, the board game, or Demolition Derby, the board game.
AKA Thunder Road Vendetta, which came out last year to plenty of fanfare, and certainly now that we've played, I think we can see why.
Yeah. So this is a racing game with trying to damage your opponents and get them out of the race and flip them and all sort of chaos.
Yes, I think to me what really stands out here is that this is a game that's fundamentally a roll to move game. You've got a bit of flexibility because you roll 4 dice and you choose which die to give to each thing, but I've created this roll to move game that has a big hobby following, which is just so rare.
Yeah. And there are 3 cards that you can draw for each player with 4 dice. So assign 1 dice per card, and then 1 you can do it for repairing your car, giving boost, and so on.
Dropping helicopters around
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
shooting
fun.
each other with them.
That's fun.
And it sets off all these it is a light game. It sets off all these random chain reactions. You'll hit a car, roll dice, it will send cars and shrapnel off in all directions and cause random damage. It's just one of those, it's like when Colt Express gets crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You just kind
Yeah.
of sit back and let it happen and have a lot of fun doing so.
Even though if you play 2 players, because each player controls 3 cards, they'll have enough chaos to go around the game, which the game tries from chaos. And that is Thunder Road Vendetta. Thanks for watching. Bye.
That reminds me of like
All right,
Donkey
folks, I've been
Donkey.
waiting for years to get this. The Oasis Mini. We saw this on Kickstarter for sure, or GameFound or something.
Years?
It's been at least 12, 16 years.
Wow.
No, but
You're
it's
a
at least been
patient
2.
man.
It's
2
been out.
years.
This has been out for a while. So I waited till it was able to be bought. I didn't want to back technology.
You're a smart man. You're learning.
So
and
we're
growing.
trying it here for the
Wait,
first time. We're
so you
hoping
bought it in
works.
a store?
No, I bought it online.
From them.
Yes.
Got it.
All right, so remove the glass cover. I did that.
You did that.
Oh, it said use the card to take the glass cover out.
You did not do that.
You're right.
Whoops.
Let's put it back on.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
So tear open the thing
Yes.
and
Yeah.
pour all of it into here.
Yep.
Look at
So
that.
far, so good.
I wonder if you could use flour.
No.
Not in Florida.
No, that you could use baking soda though. It's grainier.
Okay, so far so good.
Okay, and then use the card to smooth it out.
Yes. Oh, that's
Is that making you happy?
I'm so happy right
Here,
now.
I'll let you smooth it out then.
Are you relaxed?
I love this so much.
Well, that used to be a thing. Remember they sold those little Zen gardens?
Yeah, Zen Guard,
with
they
the
still
rake?
do, yeah.
Oh, I got to hold on. Here we go. We're good.
Tom?
Microphone, be careful. Your microphone's stuck in the chair.
Oh, my microphone is stuck. I'm good
It
now.
says otherwise known as segment where Tom buys things on a whim. Well, I thought about this one for a while. It wasn't like it was super cheap. Okay, so basically the segment's just going to be
Things are happening.
Are we done?
No.
It's not
Why
to
are
the
you
edges.
yelling?
It's combed enough. You've combed that sand more than I've combed myself
Whoa.
in the past
whoa.
10 years. I'm bald. I'm very bald, okay?
Not very bald. You're like mostly bald.
That's very.
No.
I think on top of my head, I would say if I had to calculate, I have maybe 100 follicles.
Really?
Yeah, but some people have 0.
No,
You
those
should be-
people are luckier than I. I
you
have
should
to
be
still
thankful.
shave those 100.
Oh, that's true, right?
You know what I mean? Maybe I should put sand on it. Okay, I think we're good now, seriously.
What? Guys, you're
I
so...
think we need to do the ball part now.
All right, so-
Okay, here we go.
You guys are no fun.
No, you did it. You did great.
You're being mean. It's
Oh.
hurtful.
Whoa.
There was a magnet.
Well, that ball was bigger than I expected.
Well, no, there's a small one and a large one.
Here we go.
This says my Oasis Mini is busy. Please wait. Downloading progress.
Are you
Oh, it
serious?
went to
It's
98%.
almost done, yeah.
Is this the big ball or the little ball?
Looks like the big one, right, Tom?
It
Yeah,
looks
it
like
is.
it. I'm so happy.
Nothing's happening. Here, I'll move the ball speed up. I can change the colors. Okay, well that part's working.
I hear it. It's thinking. Does it need help? Does it want help?
No, you don't make it think. What?
I'm a supporting.
Comb the... I'm going to stop. How's it work, Tom? What's it do? Is it alive?
Does the glass need to be on, Mike says?
Oh, yeah, good point. We didn't put the glass back on.
Oh my gosh, wait, you touched it.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh dear. Oh bother.
Be careful with that glass.
Yes, it is breakable.
The ball's spinning. I can see it.
No, it's the light, Dorcas.
No, it definitely is spinning
No, it's definitely the
because
light.
the sand is coming up. No, the sand is coming up on top.
You're right.
No, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
Guys,
Okay, Paul, put the lid on the
it's
sucker.
not right yet.
Okay, seriously.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so impatient.
Yes. 'Cause we're live. It's riveting TV.
Did you expect this to be fast?
Wait.
Zen
He's got
is
you
not
there.
fast.
He's got you there, Tom.
Look at it go.
You thought this was going to be fast. I love how you thought this would be a good, to do while we're live.
Oops, sorry. Look
Well, I want to show it off.
but look at it go.
Okay, that's making me happy.
It's so
It
good.
is?
I love it.
Okay, I'm not maybe as in love with it as some people here, but
It's so good. Look at that. I'm gonna be super productive today, Tom. Don't worry.
It moves very slowly, Vassal. That's
at
as
it
fast as it
go.
goes, too, isn't it?
it shows where it is though on the screen here.
I am
pretty
like
cool.
so happy I could cry.
Okay, well,
right
let's
now.
talk about something else while this does its thing, okay?
Makes me happy. Look at it go. It's so brave.
Top 3 beach activities. How about that?
Oh, I love it.
Impromptu.
Did you get 2 of these?
I feel like I'm gonna have 200 minutes of peace from this.
You're right, you're right. And you just show whichever part you want of the spiral.
You should put this outside in the shed studio, with like the camera on and do a time lapse.
Well, you said that you could make custom shapes, right?
Well, I don't know. It says you can download. So there's
You can do a turtle.
a turtle, a jellyfish. Let's see what else we can get.
All right.
Is there an otter? I'll buy this
Wow,
from
some
you
of these
right
are-
now.
So Camilla put in an alligator and an ant.
Some of these are very elaborate.
They really are.
Look at that one. It's so pretty. The bubbles. Where's the otter though? The puzzle pieces. That's satisfying. Oh my gosh! Look at it go.
That is very, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
There's a lot of
is there
stuff.
just... Okay, let's see if there's a die, like dice.
Or an otter.
How do you
Search.
search? Dice.
Dice.
Look at it go.
No, they don't believe in that.
Okay, that's less pleasing when it growls at me.
Is there a cube?
Is there a donkey?
It's mostly just
If you
like...
look up donkey and not otter, I will kick something.
All right, I'm going to put an otter.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea you had.
Boring.
Look at this fella! When does it start?
No, you can go back here, and I can just...
You're not gonna
Don't
stop,
want to stop
it,
the
are you?
current track and switch to a new one.
Yes, please. Do I have to put it back in the middle?
No,
No, it'll do it. It's gonna take like 12 years now.
It is worth 12 years. I'd pay 13. Can you do the lights?
Oh yeah, I need to fix it. Well, I have to wait.
Flashy
It's
lights?
downloading. It's at 42%, 54%,
Made it stop.
You made it stop.
Oh my
asshole.
gosh.
78%,
Oh, I love it so much.
92%. Captain,
Yep.
100. Wow, wow. I was just saying 92%. I said captain, and she's like, yes.
Talking about.
You called?
Oh, look, it's going faster now. Hold on.
Yeah, because
Look,
it's
it learned how to crawl.
it's excited about the otter.
Oh, that's much faster. That's much better.
Yeah. So when do you know? How do you know when to use the big ball and the little ball?
I think probably the little ball's finer and takes longer, I would imagine.
Got it.
Also, they gave 2 little balls. All right, let's see what other. Yeah. Now it's
You
red.
don't like it?
He's
I
a
love it.
child.
It's great.
He's a child.
This is something else.
Oh, I bet that's his little ear.
I'm glad it's moving though. That's good.
He's booking it. He knows what's up with that otter. He's like, I got this, y'all. Hold up.
It's much better when it's faster like this.
It's not quite smooth. It's still a little jerky.
Otter jerky.
You're an animal.
You're the one who said it.
You would eat an otter.
No, I wouldn't eat no otter.
Better not eat an
I
otter.
would not eat an otter.
Bite
It's
you.
too greasy.
Oh, it needs sand over there.
No,
Oh dear.
it's too late. The case is closed.
But I have a comb.
Don't put that on the. Don't put the sand on the. You've gone otter mad.
Okay, folks, Roy, put it back on us.
Oh, that is cool. You get to see where it is.
Yeah.
Look. Have you guys seen this?
It's drawing it, and we can see it.
Look at this. Look, you get to
You
see
can
where
see.
it is. Do you see that?
Yes.
And so is this his little nose? I can't see.
That's cool.
Oh, that's his little, his little ear. It's adorable. I just want to squeeze it.
This is gonna be very boring. I feel. It's gonna be like the outline of an otter. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it, or is it? Does it color?
We'll
that
have to wait and
in?
see
Will it
when it's
do?
done. We'll come in next time. We'll talk about
In 1
our
week from
thoughts.
today, when this is done,
Oh wait, it stopped.
it'll be Smorgasbord again, and then you'll know.
What's it doing?
All right, we'll be back in 3 hours at 1 o'clock for our next episode of The 4 Coins, our role-playing game. We will see you then. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Bassel,
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla.
and that's the Otter. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Bassel.